we are back on the road. We've made it to Lima or whatever you want to pronounce
Lima,
it.
Ohio.
Lima, Ohio.
I'll film your thing is on.
To get an engine. So we got the engine for the Metro. We went to a campground and stayed there last night.
Miserable.
Miserable. It rained on us right at 1 a.m. in my little shitty tent. So that was fun.
If it was a bigger tent and we could have squished in from the walls, we probably could have like lived, but it was wet and sad and pitiful.
Yep, and it was already dark, so we didn't really film much.
We barely filmed any of this. It was such a mad dash to get this engine and get back, and it's just long quick trip.
We went to try to get some boba. It was closed. It was supposed to be open at 11.
Yeah, so we're going to the second best thing, well, probably the best thing in Kittering, Ohio, which, if you know, that's where Rob Deerdeck is from. Like, so yay, we're gonna go see the DC Skate Plaza thing, and I'm excited. I've seen it.
Station will be on the right.
Oh, you hear that? She's telling us. We're almost there. I'm so excited. Keep right. Oh, not that one, that one. There it is. Heck yeah. I've waited for this, I think, my whole life at this point. Rob Deerdeck is one of my heroes. He is too cool. He reminds me to be nice every day. Do something kind. Heck yeah.
Alrighty. There it is. Here it is. Check that skate park out. So much going on. There's Ollie, the kid skateboarding. And there's this. Legendary Rob Deerdeck has rode here. And everybody that we know and love. And kids.
It's just too cool to see it like in real life. Like,
What are you doing?
I don't think he likes skateboards, I don't think.
No, too loud. So, it's pretty sweet. It's got super sweet, like, snake run ledges for days and rails for days. This would have been amazing if I was 100 pounds less and still able to skate and bounce real easy. I can't bounce when I fall anymore, so it's just straight broke. This would be ideal to skate all day.
I feel like there was another plaque on one of the sides, but...
Alright, well, that is Rob Deerdeck's sweet little plaza. There's the Geo Metro engine we just went and picked up. Glad they left the carburetor and the exhaust manifold on there. Like,
the seatbelt?
Yeah, I got my own seatbelt, so sweet. It's gonna have to clean it up. Even has all the parts. No one's touched it yet and messed with it, so hooray. Now, yeah, 7 hours home. Bye-bye, Rob Deerdeck's sweet skate plaza. Maybe I'll get to skate you one day. We made it back. All safe and sound. Exciting. Got the motor. Now we get to work on that bastard. So, yeah, I'm not happy about that. They bush hogged this area right here. Not fond of that. So, but alright. So that was a fun trip. Went all the way to Lima, Ohio, and got to stay at a state park and enjoy that, so that was cool. Getting in here and turning the AC on. I'm about to go and lay down as soon as it cools off in here. Did not get an hour of sleep last night due to getting rained on in our tent. That was awful. So, that tent is old. I've had it at several different campgrounds and all across America. Like, it's time to get a new tent that we both can fit in. That's my personal one. I used to take the music festivals back like 15 years ago, so we'll figure out and get some new tents and stuff for us if we ever want to go back tent camping. I don't know about after that one. So But we do like going to Shawnee National Park and all that, so it's fun. But gotta paint some Warhammer, gotta get some stuff done with them. I got a small little collection coming on now that I've been saving off of Facebook and eBay. It's an easy place to get them for cheaper. But I'm gonna go lay down. I'll catch you guys next time. Welcome back to Beast Mode on the road. We're gonna be looking back at the Metro. Borrowed my buddy's down the road jack. Put these on top of it, protect it from the rain a little bit last night. So, gonna start getting it ready and prepped to do the engine swap. So, got my cool new engine in the car. You watched the last video, we went to Ohio and picked it up and the car's locked. Capt'n. Alright, so the car unlocked now, finally. Got the Metro. Boom. New engine. Fairly clean. Mostly there. They did cut the old wire harness, but we'll be taking a good look and seeing what is all cut and what's not cut. What they bent that radiator hose inlet and where I think it is, at least, yeah. They even left the clutch on there. They just pulled it right out. So we'll see. So got all the parts to it. It's got a clean motor, clean engine. It's only got 100. It's only got 106 miles on it. 106,000 miles on it. Looks a little burnt-ish right there, but we'll see. I hope it's good. I got 30-day warranty, but I don't want to have to drive back and take it back to them. That's awful. But they said it tested and ran good, so we'll see about that. So, I got a spot for the engine hoist. Damn, they even just cut the radiator. They just like literally just cut that shit right off. But I was really happy that they kept the carburetor and that whole thing right here, because that's an expensive part. I didn't know I was paying for that, so I guess that's why they charged me $350 for it and not $250. So we'll see about getting our money back on some of it and what we can do. Yeah, they pulled out that cable and man. So, there's a bit of a leak right here. This is what I'm kind of concerned about. It could have been when they poured oil in it and just drained that away, so we'll see. I'm going to try to get some degreaser and clean it up before I stab it in. And I got some got a new gasket for the exhaust manifold for sure. Inside of the oil looks pretty good. I'm thinking they just poured it everywhere because oil's right over here, there's oil here, so I'm thinking it just leaked all over the place. But inside looks fairly clean. Clean-ish. But cool to have another injector too. Like those are $70 right there. So yeah, pretty sweet. So let me get my stuff ready and we'll start figuring out what to do to pull the other one out. I've done this once, like 7 years ago on my first Metro, but I had a shop and it was at the college, so it was a little bit easier with a lift and not doing it in the middle of the damn summer woods. But we'll get this taken care of. Comfort, got the tools, got my camera ready. We're ready to go. Shouldn't need much to pull this thing out. The order of operations, so the order of operations is going to go, I'm going to take this wheel off, I'm going to pull the axle off, well, I'm going to take the axle hub assembly off by taking that cap. There's a nut behind there. I'm going to pull this thing out with a little bit of force. It'll just pop right out. I'll probably lose a little bit of fluid. Got my container down there to catch most of what I lose. I'm trying not to have to remove my radiator, but I might have to. But I'm still going to have to disconnect it right here and right there. This one and that one. So, and it's connected to right there, going into the cab itself. So we'll leave those attached to the car and just make them dangle. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have to take the other axle off, because I should be able to just pop it off when I have the motor a little bit loose. Somebody's come down pretty quick. So this one's a little different than most that you see on YouTube and other places. Mine actually still has the air conditioner. I'm not a cheap ass. I'm gonna get my fucking AC. I'm gonna have AC. So there's no reason to take it off to try to save maybe 1 gallon per mile. Like, maybe. Man, he gets into my eye. The other order of operations is gonna be just taking it apart, just like I normally do. Pull the breather off, disconnect the hoses, trim the fluids, and Reggie. Reggie's gonna help. I'm about to take the exhaust off at this point right here for sure. These mounts are on this side. I wonder if I need to get new mounts. That's what I was wanting to check. So we'll see if they're any good or not. There's the mount back right there. You can kind of see in the very, very bottom. And there's one right here. Ricky, right there. That's holding all of it together. We're gonna pull the transmission and the engine at the same time and take it apart and get the other one situated over here so I can swap parts onto it. So I'm gonna start taking the wheel off. Oh, really? You need to take the hood off. I got a vacuum line hose guide right here too. It shows you exactly where it all goes. So you know that. But I got some nail polish. I'm gonna mark the lines just in case, so I know where they all went. Shouldn't have to take too much off at the actual carburetor area. Should be just like a couple of hoses that are going to the map gas sensor and vacuum line going to somewhere over here, and then the 2 gas lines to in and out. But there he goes again. Wonder what he forgot. So let's get to it. Well, looks like I'm gonna get rained out. So, bummer. I got it all up. Was able to get the CV axle. Oh shit, rain. Yeah, see. So I was able to get it jacked up. Got the CV axle off this side. Got it laying down there. Gonna put the tarp back over. Got 2 jacks, and I'll have the tire under it as well. Well, crap. So, guess I'm gonna go get some water and take a shower. So, see you guys on day 2 at trying to get the Geo Metro running. So, I got the CV axle off, and on this side, just put my bolts and stuff back in there, hold it down, took out the kingpin. I gotta fix some threads on this. I kind of boogered them up, but that should be all we need to drop this side. So, then we're gonna go over and do it to the other side, but I'm not gonna do that till way later because I don't want to have the whole front end just on jacks right now. So I can wait till the very last thing to do. It doesn't take 5 minutes to remove a CV axle. So we're gonna pop the hood, take the battery out. As long as it doesn't rain, which hopefully it doesn't. It's not supposed to for the next 3 days. I'm going to try to take the linkages off of the bottom half. Well, I don't know if I want to do the dirty. Well, it's all dirty. So it's doing the linkages, getting electrical, and getting the gas lines out. I'm going to do the gas lines very, very last, so I don't have to like worry about gas fumes and going and sparking or anything. But for sure right now I'm about to take the battery out, so let's get to that. So I have a little bit bigger than necessary battery. I didn't get the right one when I was at the junkyard. It looked the same, but it's just a hair collar. So we might try to find a way to make that sit lower. So I'm gonna take my leads off. Always start positive, take your positive off, take your ground off, undo the battery. We're probably gonna take out the battery tray. People still say to take the damn radiator out, but the only reason I see is so they can take that mounting bracket off the transmission. So do I want to take it off from there or over there? So probably just take it off right here, so it's not a big old piece coming out, and I can just bolt it. That would be kind of like an anchor point to know where I need to place the motor when I get to it. So yeah, you can see this baby's. He's seen better days, so we're gonna pop this off, and still back to getting the tubes off wherever it's connected to gas throttle line. There's not too many connections coming in and out. They're all basic, so mostly it's the electrical connections. There's a bunch of those, and I don't want to break them, so we'll start with the right side and work our way back, since that's the way it goes. It goes from here, and then we'll flop it over. Hey, the sun's coming out, but got the battery out with the ground going to the transmission as well. It's this little spot right there, and then I pulled out the breather from its little area, popped it off, put the map gas sensor, whatever it is, up here. I'm gonna have to clean it. So slowly going through, checking these vacuum lines, seeing which ones I need to take off, and then I'm gonna start getting the ignition spring here, or the throttle cable, pull it out. So, I got some more wires pulled here, all the way down. Then we're pulling this out. We got all these disconnected from this area right here that wraps around and goes to the air conditioner and the other exhaust sensor or whatever. Going to the, pulled a couple of. This one goes up to the map, like right up to there. This one goes to the wall, right there. This plug doesn't do nothing. Need to do the throttle cable and figure out where the rest of this wire connects to, because all that's like greasy as fuck and I can't see nothing into it. So I'm gonna go get a flashlight. Took the shifter off right here, dangled it down, put no polish on it so I could match it up with its original spot over there, and got pictures of it. Always take pictures and mark everything almost each time you remove something. A lot of these plugs will be generally only one end will fit on the other, but just to be safe. And you have this just in case if you take stuff off of that. But So far what I have left is the radiator hoses, the gas lines, a couple of grounds I'm going to pull whenever I get the motor up, and I'll do it from there. I got to take the air conditioner off the motor itself. I'm going to just leave it dangling right here and then mount it back when I put the motor back in. I figured that is going to be much easier than trying to take apart my air conditioner lines and have to re-prime them. So this will save me that. I hope. I'd rather do that than deal with that. But I remember this being a bitch when I did my first one. So I gotta remember what the problem was when I did that. I think it was trying to get the bolt out. But I'm gonna try to not remove the radiator still, but I think I can reach all these bolts with socket wrenches and stuff. Don't have to do too much to get that mount off. So down below, I got the radiator draining very slowly, and I've disconnected the exhaust from the thing right there. Took the bolts off the transmission side mount. It kind of dropped after that, so be careful. Next, I'm going to be getting the belts off while I'm down there, and then slowly working over to the linkages. So we were able to get all the hoses disconnected for the radiator to the back side of the wall. Be careful with those are very fragile, but if you squeeze them on accident, you can put a 1/2 inch socket right in there, or socket drive right in there to waller out the hole and make it back to normal size. So just a little tip. So I didn't get the belts off just yet. That's probably, forgot I had to take the wheel off to do that. So I'm gonna take the linkages off right now on the back side of the motor and see how it goes. Okay, I got cooled off on my safety glasses, so now I can crawl under and get to the linkages right here. Those two bars going parallel. I about got my tie rod off on this side. It's giving me a little trouble, so we're gonna hit it a few more times with a hammer and give her hell. So yeah, just keep on keeping on. We'll get this taken care of. All right, so I got the wheel, got the hub off, got the pulled the axle, CV axle out. Everything's almost disconnected. Just gotta do the two gas hoses right there. So I gotta remember top and bottom for these two, and then I need to put it on the chain with the hoist and start taking off the two brackets that are attached. So, woo, all right, let's get this going. All right, sun's beaming right down on us, but I got there it goes. Got the wiring harness down. This is the lower stuff. This was going to the alternator, grounded to the carburetor. This went down to the air system. Can't remember what that went to, but I'm sure we'll find where it goes. That went to the, I think that went to the starter. This lower stuff went all the way across to the air conditioner and some other spots. Got them all marked for the most part. So I got a couple of sensors I need to take care of down here, but whew, it's hot. Alrighty, so a lot has gotten done since yesterday. My batteries died on one camera, and then this card was full and it would not let me transfer it over to the computer, so I had to figure that out. But as you can see, we're filming now. But notice anything? There's another motor sitting over there, and there's something in this one. Who put this here? Oh, it's in. The battery's charging. It's almost ready to start. So Everything's hooked up. I'm waiting to go get some distilled water to mix with my antifreeze so I can throw some antifreeze in it. And I did end up boogering my king nuts here, so I'm gonna have to go and find some new ones in town. So that's keeping it from driving, but it's got oil in it. Done everything else, and I'm excited. So took me quite a while. I was out till about 11 o'clock last night, putting it all in, getting it all wired in, hooked up, oil changed, axles put in, and then every time I tried to put the nut on, it kept messing up. So I'm gonna go get some new ones and call it a day. But so with this old motor, I don't know yet. I could sell the top half of it and scrap the bottom half, or I can rebuild it. I don't know, but I know I need to get it in a big old trash bag or saran wrap before it gets too damp out here. Next on the list is trying to get the window that I have inside here. I need to get that thing tinted and put in. That'll be the next project. I just wanted to make sure this thing was going to drive before I did any other work to it. Oh, it's been so frustrating. But with Joe's help, I'm down the road from me, so we got the hoist, and the hoist only went up halfway too, so we ended up needing to like lift it and put some like blocks so it would be a little bit higher. I moved the chain up all the way to the top to get it to go, and now then it was super easy to drop in. It went in like butter, and then just ran the wiring. And the worst thing was trying to get these two nuts off the back of the carburetor for that for the two grounds, and they're two 10 millimeters. They're a pain in the arse to get. Other things that I came across, lost the nut for the alternator, so I ended up finding one in my toolbox somewhere for it. Other than that, I need to test out the shifter, make sure it's in the right spot. I had marked everything before I took it out, so it should be good as new. I put a new my new gasket I had for the exhaust manifold. I got the air conditioner put back in and the belts on. Turd. This thing is getting grown over, but after weed whacking and busting out my window, I was quite discouraged about having to do it. So I got a cool flaming torch that I'm gonna come out here and do one day and burn everything. It's kind of a nice day right now, but my body is sore from doing that. So I got a cool torch. It's gonna burn all the grass for me, keep it clean. I can pull out most of these big patches out. I'm gonna try to do that, get the roots out, and not have to deal with it. But just waiting on FedEx right now. Got a sweet freaking belated birthday gift coming, so I'm excited. We'll see what it is when it gets here. It's here. Oh, I'm so excited. Let's go show babies and open it up.
Something sharp.
Bam. Whee. Oh, it's even in styrofoam. How nice. Reggie, you excited? One Reggie group. Oh, His Majesty. Alright, everybody's been waiting for it. Oh yeah. Sounds good. That thing is a freaking awesome tool to have for $15. Makes doing complete changes so much easier. But it's going strong. Everything's going good in the car. I'm at 8,300 RPMs and 198